Gemini, hi. So this is going to be a reading for mid-November 2023. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Man, I can't wait for these fingers to get back to normal. I'm losing my grip in my left hand. No, I'm not losing my grip. I'm losing my shuffling grip. Fingers are still there. Alright, let's see what's going on here for you. Okay, the overall energy for the reading, the Knight of Wands. That's very nice energy. It almost feels playful. It's very passionate, very, like, and I see it as an exchange, like, between you and somebody else here. Starting off the reading, you get the King of Swords crossed by the Devil. That looks like a controlling energy. Pretty controlling. Pretty not great. Somebody that wants things to turn out in the way that they want things. Blue. Blue's up. Somebody that wants for things to turn out in the way that they want to. I'm not sure if that's yours or somebody else's. It does feel like it's yours, but we'll see. In your focus here, the Six of Wands. Feeling good about something. Feeling quite like you achieved something. Like, oh my god, this is great. In the recent past, the Seven of Pentacles. This may have to do with work here or something you've been working on. In your strength, the Magician, you've got the manifestation skills on your side at this time. You're a pretty good manifester at this time. Don't chill. That doesn't mean only good manifestations. You could do bad manifestations too. We manifest the nasty shit too. So just so you know, you're very open in that department of manifesting at this time. In the immediate future, the King of Cups. Your heart is starting to open up fully. Supporting this reading, the Two of Cups. Okay, so this has to do with somebody else. That a bone? That a bone? Yes, it is. Okay. So this has to do with another person here that you may be interested in coming together. The energy that surrounds you at this time, and you may not be aware of it, the Ace of Pentacles, you stepped into the energies of a brand new beginning for you here. And I feel like you're not fully recognizing that. In your hopes and fears, the Nine of Swords. I mean, there's some thoughts there to you. You know? There's some... As beautiful as this energy is shown up here in this reading, you're kind of giving me a sense of... But what if that happens, and that happens, and then the world will implode, and we all die? Oh, not that bad. You're not going that far yet, but you're definitely stressing out about something when the energies are at play. They're not to be stressed about. You know, if you would only kind of go with the flow of what's going on. For the potential outcome, the Three of Cups. Now that's a beautiful energy, because it could be that these energies do want to come in together, meet halfway in the energy of love, if they're allowed to. If there's control here and there, and yeah, let's push it this way and that way, that might alter the results of this. But let's clarify. Let me see the Knight of Wands. The Ten of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Justice card. Why does this feel like an energy that wants to direct things? It's because it makes me feel good, then I feel entitled to really kind of try to play with the energies so that they benefit me, because this feels so good. And I want to keep this feeling forever and ever and ever. So if things shift for a little bit, then I feel obligated to interfere with those things so that they stay in the way that they are, because it makes me feel good. Manipulation, control. And ultimately it's going to hurt you, you know? I feel like you don't want to do that, but for some reason this energy is there. Let's do the King of Swords, the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. Okay, I see you having a vision for this, you know, where you would want it to go, where you would feel the best if it went there, this situation. And it's beautiful. It's love, it's stability, it's everything, you know? That's beautiful. That's a beautiful energy in your intention towards this. Now let's see the Devil here, because that doesn't make it so beautiful anymore. The Temperance card, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. While you make some progress in one direction here, you could be failing in another. So let's say, okay, I'm working on trying to not control the situation, and I'm making progress there. It's working out. It's like, okay, I'm allowing it to be what it is. Great. Are you allowing it to be what it is? Because it almost feels like you're giving yourself completely to this, in the sense of forgetting about yourself at some point here. So again, okay, you're achieving this path of releasing control, slowly but surely. But then again, giving yourself completely to, yeah, we'll do whatever you want, and we'll have it in whichever way you want. And there's a thin line there, you know, in trying to control the situation, and releasing control, and giving yourself completely to a situation where you forget about yourself. Interesting, the angles you bring into play here, because I'm like, okay, you're making progress there, but I'm like, you're lacking there. I'm like, you're forgetting about this aspect. I know it's a lot to kind of balance out there, but I mean, you've been through all of these energies at some point in time, so you would have access to them. It wouldn't be too hard to balance them out. But you're so focused on kind of working with that one energy that you forget that there's other energies at play, you know, that kind of belong to you, that still need to be kept in touch and, you know, in balance there. For the Six of Wands, you get the Devil, the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Cups. Now that's a little bit of manipulation. That's a little bit of, I feel good about the situation. Now let's start playing some games with the situation to see how they feel about it. So if we are to get along right now, you and me, and everything's fine, everything's great. Now, I'm not going to talk to you for a couple of days just to see where you're at with this. Test you out. Do you really care about me, or you don't give a shit that we don't talk for a few days? Let's see. Mind games, manipulation. Again, progress in some aspects, not progress in other aspects. I wouldn't advise for this, because again, ultimately, you're going to end up hurting yourself by playing these games. Let's do the Magician. In your Strength, the Five of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Hangman. So this is where you argue with me. You're like, so what do you want me to do? Stand still? I'll stand still. Ultimately, you're fighting with yourself there, because this feels so good to you that it feels like it drives you to do things, to take action, to do this, to do that, to think this, to feel that. So it's like, so the energies are telling me, just stand still, go with the flow, and not do shit. So that's where you're kind of arguing with yourself there. And this argument between doing something, but maybe a little something too much based on how you feel, because it feels so good, or not doing anything and just kind of going with the flow, but that requires not taking action and not trying to control things in any kind of way. So those two energies that you're kind of going from one to another create some sort of conflict there. Guess what you're doing? You're manifest. I told you you're in manifestor mode right now. So as you manifest, thinking that you're manifesting from the place of desire, from the place of what you want, you're actually manifesting through that energy of conflict between those two energies. So the universe is going to get message that would be something like, okay, so Gemini wants this situation to unfold in a beautiful way, in an equal give and take kind of a way, but they're giving me energy of, but they want for things to turn out exactly like this, but then they change their mind because they don't want to be controlling about things, but then they're not really pursuing this in any kind of way because they're standing still, because they figured out that by standing still, things are going to happen. And it's quite confusing what the universe gets, and then when the universe sends that energy back, it's going to get 10 times more confusing for you in the way you receive it. So it's going to be a little bit of a shit show if you're trying to manifest right now. Within this conflict of energies, basically, because that's where you're at with this. And that's basically overthinking, you know, like I don't want to do this too much, or that too much, or that too little, or that too little, or just be. That's it. Be with what's going on. Homework. Be. Don't think. Don't think it's too little of this, too much of that, just be. Let's do the King of Cups. Page of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Wands. Oh, no, that's great. That is beautiful. It's not equal quite yet. It's not. I'm not seeing necessarily where the other energy is at when it comes to this situation. I'm seeing you, and you're looking quite good in it, quite determined, quite clear. It is a shared energy, but it's not coming from a place of equal give and share. Not yet, but it's still good. It's still looking quite good. You might not be on the same page in regards to what this represents for each of you individually, you know? What it means to you, what it means to them, or where you want to take this versus where they want to take this. In regards to the energies that are exchanged between the two of you, they're good. They're feeling good. For the Two of Cups, for the supportive energies, you get the Knight of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Chariot. Now, taking action from the perspective of kind of listening to what the universe tells you to along the way, kind of guides you or gives you signs or tells you, hey, make a right here. And you're like, oh, okay, I heard you, universe. Taking action from that perspective, that's freaking amazing. If you can get to that point, and I feel like that's the point, the purpose of this for you, you know, where you're trying to do just that. If you were to focus just on that and to pay attention to where the universe is guiding you as well with this one, great. That's, you know, that's your best bet at this point. Instead of thinking, I'm doing that too much, I'm doing that too little, I'm doing, you know, that's not going to get you anywhere. It's going to get you to a manifestation where you're going to get back crap and you're going to be like, what the fuck just happened? This energy right here, it almost kind of depicts how you are learning to pay attention more and more to what the universe has to say on this path. And I feel like you're starting to pay attention. I feel like you're doing it. Let's do the Ace of Pentacles. Six of Cups, Five of Pentacles, the World card. There's a major fear that you're bringing to a close as a cycle, and I feel like you're not even realizing that this fear is coming to a close for you. It is tied up to soul connections in general, but particularly through this process tied up to a particular person, you're closing off a major fear. Fear of failure or abandonment, one of those two, is kind of screaming out loud here for this one. So that fear is not running the show anymore here. That's interesting. Bloop. Bloop-de-bloop. Of course. The bone. Let's do the Nine of Swords in your hopes and fears, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, the Six of Pentacles. Things are changing here. Things are changing. Either you are starting to pay attention 100% to what the universe has to say and how it's guiding you and how it's helping you navigate through this. There is no or, because I feel like that's exactly what you're doing, because the energies are starting to align like crazy here. Like you're coming out of your mind here, you're stepping away from what if, I'm too much, too little, too this, too that, and you're just kind of going with the flow, and it feels so freaking balanced. You know, you feel so freaking balanced. Okay, let's do the Three of Cups in the potential outcome. The Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Four of Cups. Expectations are still at play there. At times, it's like you get to this point of flow, and then for some reason, all of a sudden, expectations show up. And they fuck everything up. It's like, oh, okay. So I want for things to turn out this way, but they aren't exactly turning out that way, so I'm going to get upset. And again, who does that hurt? And I kind of heard you there saying, me. Yes, you. You can't help it, can you? And then again, you're human. But it's great progress overall. Yes, you will have expectations. Yes, you will have, you know, these things are still going to pop through. Unless you just cleanse yourself off completely of who you were until yesterday, they're still going to pop up, you know. You've had them most of your life. What are you going to do? Change them overnight? No, it takes time. It's part of your healing. But there's been major progress in your healing, in the way that you show up in this. So, yeah, it's still going to show up as expectation here and there, but there's progress in other aspects. As I said, you know. Progress in some areas, while not so much progress in others, but it is what it is. You can't fix it all at once, because otherwise we would be superhumans, all of us, and there would be nothing to bitch about. I don't know. From the universe for you, you get the Queen of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Lovers. You got, after the homework of B, you've got another homework. Do not interpret this to be more than what it is. Do not create those expectations based on your own interpretations of what you want this to be. We good? We good. So you got 2 homework assignments here. Because who is it gonna hurt? But yeah, let's do the Blue Dragonfly Oracle. You get, I am at peace. Well, I hope so. Number 53, feeling at home, finding serenity, being with myself. What? Oh, 53. Hold on. Oh, that's right here. No. Oh, my God, that's confusing. I was at page 53, but the number is 53, which is another page. I'm like, this is not it. Okay, there it is. Like a Sunday morning in my childhood, I'm still in bed. Good. The sun has just risen. I see its rays filtering through the curtains. In the distance, I hear the reassuring sound of housework. Someone is cooking a good meal. Good. Everything is in its place. I don't need anything other than this atmosphere to feel at home. Peace reigns in my heart. The message of the card encourages me to find serenity in small things and to simplify my life where it is possible to do so. Through simplicity, I find balance. The first person I'm familiar with and feel good in his presence must be myself. From that point forward, I can furnish my inner temple and welcome others. Wherever I go, I feel at home because I built it inside of me. That's a good analogy to home and nicely cooked food. Speaking of. Anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.